With Cancerian Chronicles. Welcome back. We are doing an energy check-in for the sign of Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, Rising, North Node. Really, if you have Cancer anywhere in your chart, the messages may resonate. Even if you're just dealing with Cancer nowhere in your chart, there could still be messages here for you. So let's go ahead and let's dive in. Now, with the pre-shuffle, the main energy that seems to be coming out is that of you being unbothered, you or someone that you're dealing with completely unbothered. And because of that, I feel like there are some people that they could be watching you. They could see or assume that you are living like some really lavish or comfortable life or lifestyle. And I don't know if that seems to bother them, but there is an initial energy of someone or someone's trying to reach out to you. DM came out, so they could be trying to reach out to you in your DMs, just to, because you're looking unbothered. I mean, I don't know what that's about. But also the catfish card came out in the pre-shuffle and hopeless romantic. So that tells me that you could still be like one of those people that you believe in love, you believe in romance. You may not be necessarily looking for love, but maybe you're open to it. And so just kind of be mindful of that there are people that it's kind of like a plotting energy to disrupt your piece or to get a piece of like what you have going on. Also, in the initial shuffle, there was an energy of side piece. So I don't know if someone is going to come in and try to reel you into their life, but really they already have someone that they're dealing with, and they're not going to be upfront and honest with you about this, especially with the catfish. That could be like, something that they're masking or that they're hiding about themselves. Um, hmm. Or it could be like maybe that's what someone feels like that you would be open to. I mean, I have no idea. But that was all with the pre-shuffle. So we're going to go ahead and get into the actual cards. At the end of the reading, we might actually do some channeled messages. So stick around, but let's dive in. Okay, messages for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? Yeah, we have safe space. And so remember, we talked about the initial energy was that of you being unbothered. And here we have safe space. You are just kind of resting, relaxing, minding your own business in your comfortable, safe space. You could be very comfortable with like being in your solitude or being alone or, something like that. Some of you guys could be kind of itching. So here we have it at the bottom, that hopeless romantic. Some of you guys could be thinking about or itching for, some type of romance or a love life or something like that, if that's your thing. We have rebound. I don't know if maybe you recently got out of a relationship, or like it says on this card, it says temporary comfort. Maybe you're going through some like bout or spell of like some type of temporary loneliness. Yeah, but look, here we go. Hidden agenda. That's what we talked about in that initial energy. You have to be mindful. And there's that DM card that I told you I saw earlier. So someone or someone's could be thinking about sending you a message if they haven't already. But know that this person or these people, they do have a hidden agenda. They could be coming in to manipulate you, or they have some secrets going on where, like, maybe they're already in a relationship, but someone, maybe they want their cake and eat it too. I feel like whoever you are, like at this point in time, your focus or your goal is or should be on recouping losses or building up your life, your finances or something like that. And I really feel like, it says false alarm. I feel like if you're feeling like some type of nudge for, maybe you feel like you just need human contact, or maybe you feel like, you're just lonely. I feel like that could be a false alarm in the sense of like, maybe you're just trying to get out of doing some work that you actually should be focusing on instead. So just kind of be mindful of that. Or don't confuse, like, let's say you're looking at it like, oh, I'm wanting to, have a relationship, or I'm ready to jump back in with a relationship. It could be that you just need friends. It could be that you need to work a little bit harder on, your career or your business endeavors. It could be that you need to socialize a little bit more at work. It could be that you need to network more to help build up your business. And that's going to essentially scratch whatever itch you may have. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you have going on in your life, but the energy is that you're in a safe space, you're in a comfortable space right now, and you don't want to hinder the progress that you've made so far. Okay, let's keep going, because essentially we just have one card out. And I'm still yapping. Okay. Yeah, we have ascension, and this was trying to fall in reverse. So I'm going to keep it that way, right? Because I feel like you have, yes, you are working on your growth, your development, your progress. And I feel like it's almost the energy of like someone watching you and coming in to say all of the things, or to pretend like, they're on the same type of path of, self-discovery, or their path of growth, or something like that, but they're really not. This could be someone that's really good at mimicking or mirroring all of the good parts of you back to yourself. And so just be mindful that, you're not really, like, you think you're falling in love with someone, but really you're falling in love with yourself. Okay, because someone is mimicking something about you. Also, notice at the bottom it says it says unbreakable. I feel like someone could feel, I don't know, it's almost like, I don't know, I'm hearing this, but I'm hearing like knick knack paddywhack, give a dog a bone, right? Someone, it's almost like someone is coming in to like play a game, or someone, maybe it's the other person that's bored and they want to see like what they can get away with, as it relates to you. But just know that you are definitely unbreakable. So if someone thinks that they're going to come in and, they're going to break you down, or pull you down to their level, or get you to, fall back into like some whole old habits that you may have had in the past with this shadow work, I feel like you've done the work, and you have definitely grown up and glowed up, right? And what is good for you at this particular time, who would work well for you at this phase or stage that you're in your life, or whether or not you should even give someone an opportunity or not. Some of you guys, you could have like your own, like maybe you do some things on social media with this influencer status, and it's very possible that someone is watching you and they're wanting to slide into your DMs because they see that you are coming up, so to speak. And like I said, with someone pretending like they're on some type of path of growth or self-discovery as well, they're going to say all of the things, that's what I said, they're going to say all of the good things that they're going to be basically mimicking from maybe some videos that you've done, or maybe from some posts that you've created, or maybe some books that you said that you've read. Like, they're going to mimic these things back to you, and they're going to say all the things to try to get you to reply back to them, to it's essentially clickbait, right, is what I'm getting from that. Okay. For some of you guys at the bottom, it said payback. So I would also be mindful of like people from your past trying to come back, maybe someone that you dated in your past trying to come back, trying to say that they've changed, trying to say that, like, oh, I made a mistake, and, I want us to try this again. This person, remember we had that hidden agenda before. It could be that this person is trying to get back into your good graces because they want their get back. They want their lick back, right? They're coming back in for some type of, weird payback, and you really don't have time for that, okay? Yeah, we have lessons learned that came in. This actually came out on the collective message that I did a couple of days ago. But this talks about wisdom gained and completing cycles, and just the fact that you're wiser now. So I feel like, if that is someone's mission, is to come in and interrupt your peace, or interrupt what it is that you have going on, you have learned, I don't know, I feel like like what red flags to look out for, and you've also potentially learned how to speak I'm talking about you learn the red flags, right? And look at the bottom of the deck, red flags. You are able to identify red flags very quickly, fairly quickly. And I feel like one of the lessons that you've learned, it's not just about you identifying those red flags, but you removing yourself expeditiously from out of the mix when they are presented to you. Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, divine timing. Like, you know when to walk away. I feel like, anyone that comes in and, they're on their BS while you're on your grind, I feel like you receive some type of divine intervention. Something is going to be revealed. Whatever they're trying to hide from you, it is going to be revealed. I'm hearing unto you. It is going to be revealed to you fairly quickly. And we have me versus me. I don't know if you get a lot of people that come in and they try to compete with you, but for you, like, it's a one-sided competition. It's never a competition between you and another person. You are on a mission to improve your own life. Your competition is always with yourself. It's always been with yourself. You're not here to compete with anyone else. And so I don't know if, like I said, if there's some people that are coming in from your past, they may not be used to like this part of you, or, they feel like, you're just still the old you, or you haven't really grown, or, like maybe they're coming in to like prove some type of point that you're the same old, right? Cancer hasn't changed at all. They're just, look at that. We have two-faced, like they're coming in to say like, you haven't changed at all. You're just faking it, or, faking it for the gram is what I'm hearing. So, they feel like you're just putting on a face or a front for, social media, or, for family, or in front of friends, but you're really the same person and you haven't grown. So that could be someone's hidden agenda to show that you are not, you're not a better person. And it's funny, at the bottom, we have photoshopped. Some people might even think that, I don't know, again, if these are people that you've dealt with in your past, they cannot handle the fact that you still got it. I mean, I don't know, maybe you still look very youthful, maybe you're still very beautiful, and they're wanting to like come into your life and get some pictures of you so that they can say like, no, you're just fronting, or you're what is it, photoshopping your pictures, or filtering your pictures, or something like that. I mean, who cares? I don't know, but it's something weird like that. And it's really like this person with this clout chaser, even underneath that, this person could be coming in feeling like, they could get some type of clout, or, attention, or something like that, based off of smearing your name, or, showing that they know you, or they know of you, or that they're connected to you in some type of way. I don't know what that's about. That could be for one of you, some of you, or none of you. I don't know. I don't know. All right, let's keep going. Messages for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? Yeah, we have mirror, mirror. So this is about facing yourself and others. I said that you're sitting around and you're minding your business and you're unbothered and you're working on yourself, and someone wants to come in, and I'm telling you, they want to mirror certain aspects of you to you, because they know that that's going to be the only way that they can actually get in. But I feel like you are a lot more aware when it comes to love and romance, or something like that, than you were before, perhaps. Like, again, I feel like someone, or, someone is going off of like generalizations, or someone is going off of like your past, right? So this could be someone that comes in and says, like, oh yeah, I can make this person, I don't know, talk to me by doing A, B, C, X, Y, and Z, because, all women are like this, all men are like that, or, Cancer used to be like this, and so they haven't changed and they're just fronting. I mean, I don't know. This is something weird, but you have definitely leveled up with this CEO energy. And here we go again. This payback is still trying to make a comeback. Someone feels like they owe you for, like you snubbed your nose at them, or someone just feels like that they need some type of get back from you. I don't know. I don't know. So just kind of be mindful, be careful about letting people back into your life. This catfish is forever popping out, you guys. It was in the pre-shuffle. Like, we keep seeing that someone is coming back and they're going to mask who they are, or mask what their intentions are. Okay, so just be really careful. Oh, yeah, we have bag secured. It's almost like someone is wanting, okay, so for some of you guys, there's someone that, maybe they had a come up, or they're pretending like they had a come up. I don't know. And I don't know if they're starting to, like, their finances are in trouble, or someone sees that you are starting to secure the bag, you're starting to come up financially, and they don't like that. I'm hearing, I don't like that. Someone doesn't like that, and they're coming in to either thwart your mission, your goals, your, something to do with your ambition, or this person wants to get in on it, right? Someone feels like they deserve, a piece of the pie, so to speak, right? Yeah. What else? Oh, geez. Yeah. We have trust the signs here, paying attention to guidance, universe, speaking clearly and following intuition and message received. So this is the card that came out. I feel like someone is hoping that you are not going to, like, trust your intuition, that you're not going to trust the signs, and that you're going to just, go based off of, like, your heart space only. Like, you're gonna put love over logic, not knowing that you have learned in life that you have to balance the two. Okay. But someone is hoping that you have not learned that. I don't know what this is, but at the bottom is false alarm. It talks about unnecessary drama. So and underneath that, we have retirement goals. I really do feel like you're working on, a set goal that you have, and it has the potential to allow you to continue to live, or to start to live like a lavish lifestyle. And here we go again with this influencer status in the luxury life. I'm telling you, there's something that you have better things to do, self-made. There's better things that you should be working on or focusing on instead of this. Look at this: toxic love, and then past life. Someone from your past, maybe they feel like they didn't get any closure. They are struggling with their own commitment issues, and, perhaps some, trauma that they experienced as a child. They feel like you owe them something, and so they're coming to get their get back. I mean, I don't know. Just be mindful of that. What else? See what other messages for the sign of Cancer. We have the Eight of Wands, which is about movement. This is about forward movement. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. This is about adaptability. I feel like, you may have had to make a move in your past. You have had to make some changes, and maybe you were struggling a little bit at first, but I feel like you're starting to see forward movement. So, the guidance is for you to not allow anything to, thwart what it is that you have going on. Okay, keep your eyes on the prize. We have the Ace of Swords, and this flipped in reverse. All of my cards are upright, you guys, but this flipped in reverse here. And when it's in reverse, this is about unclear thinking. I feel like, remember I talked about there was the energy of, like, someone or someone sliding into your DMs, or, someone or someone's coming in to try to get you in on, like, dating or something like that. Whatever it is, it's something that you put on hold, perhaps, but someone is trying to get you to get back into that, because they know that whatever this is, it kind of muddies the waters, or it muddies your thinking, so to speak. And so you can't really focus on what it is that you really have going on, or what it is that you're really meant to focus on. Okay. And I feel like you're aware of this. Okay. So if that's for you, like, you're aware that, if you're meant to be working on some type of career, business goals, or, physical or health goals, or something like that, that when you start dealing with, adding in, like, relationships. Remember, it was that hopeless romantic that came out. So I'm going to say romantic relationships, that you allow that to kind of, it it messes up your thinking. Like you don't think or focus as clearly when you allow people into your life and into your energy like that. Some of you guys, you may just start to conform to what it is that that other person wants, or even to like what you think society wants, for you, like what society says that you should be doing. And so you just have to be really careful about that. And once you have obtained your goal, yes, if you want to, delve into romance or something like that, that's fine. But right now, your focus is on some type of creative endeavors with this Queen of Wands. Okay. Oh, geez. Sorry. Let's get a couple of these cards. Messages for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? Messages for Cancer. Yeah, we have be innovative. We just have the creative card with this Queen of Wands, but I'm telling you, there's something that you are meant to be working on. Something, maybe you're building something that's different, whether this is actually like you're artistic, whether this is like you're building a business. I don't know. You're building something, creating something, okay? So that is what you're meant to be doing. And whatever it is going to lead to you being prosperous, or this is something that keeps you prosperous, but you have to keep your head in the game. You have to be loyal to whatever this is and keep your head in the game. Okay, let's see. What else do we have for the sign of Cancer? Oh, geez. Yeah, and be positive. Okay. So, I don't know if maybe again, like you are feeling like you need like a temporary distraction. I was about to say there's something to do with like maybe you feel like there's a itch that has not been scratched or something like that. I don't know. Or you're just feeling like, maybe things have slowed down. I'm starting to think about, okay, winter, things are starting to slow down. Maybe you're not seeing as much progress. But there's something really important about, in these quiet times, or like this is a time for you to reflect on like what's going good so that you can make adjustments. It's not time for you to hightail it and jump into, some type of romantic relationship. I know that may not be what you want to hear, but it is what it is. You can take the messages or leave them. All right, so that's what we have with the cards. We're going to see if we have any channeled messages, so you can stick around for this or not. So the channeled messages are a little bit different. They are not with the use of any type of tarot or oracle cards. So yeah. All right, messages for Cancer. Are there any channeled messages for Cancer? There's something to do with wait. There's something that you're supposed to be waiting on. Maybe you're waiting for some type of information, waiting for a phone call. It could have something to do with like your business, your career, something to do with your job. Maybe you're actually waiting on a phone call about a job or about a raise or a promotion or something like that. It could be that you have like several options to choose from, but there's something that's missing. Like it's almost like there's some type of information that could be headed your way that's going to help you to make the best decision for you. So I don't know. I guess this would be for someone who is wondering, like, okay, well, what direction do I take or what path do I take? I feel like you're missing a key component, and it could be that you are getting a little bit impatient. And I'm feeling like, someone needs to just hang in there. There's some type of information that is going to help you see things much more clearly so that you can make an informed decision about whatever this is that you're thinking about. Okay. It could have something to do with like what job to take or what type of job. Yeah, there's something really big with a decision, and you're having to, the guidance is for you to just wait. Like you don't have to be in such a rush. I feel like you're in a good, comfortable, safe space, going back to that safe space that we saw earlier. So there's not really any need for you to rush to make, I don't know, a knee jerk decision, knee jerk reaction. There's something to do with that. Okay. Anything else for the sign of Cancer? I'm hearing, it was all over TikTok, but it's from, oh gosh, is that King of the Hill where oh gosh, I don't know the little boy's name, but he said he likes the way his something is, because like it has wabi sabi or something like that. So there's something about him, the kid on that cartoon or animation or whatever it is, but there's something about him that was different. And his dad or something was like trying to convince him about why whatever this was, it should be like everyone else's, right? So going back to, we saw that card about conforming. I don't know if you are being tempted to conform to just doing what everyone else does, or I don't know if someone has some certain type of expectations of you or for you, and you're being really tempted to just conform, to give in to what someone else wants. And I feel like that could be related to this information that's coming in. But like, do not be so quick to conform to other people, to what other people want, what other people think, what other people, need. There's something to do with like, you are created the way that you have been created for a reason, right? I'm feeling something like, if, whatever you believe in, but if God wanted us to all be exactly the same, then we would have been created all the same. Okay, so don't be so quick to conform to what someone else says is better, or what someone else says it is that you should do. Okay, so there's something to do with that. Okay, he says mine has wabi sabi, or I don't know, something like that. Yeah. I feel like that's it. So, those are the messages that I have for you, Cancer. I hope that they were helpful. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the video, all of that good, juicy stuff. I love you, and have a beautiful and fantabulous rest of your day. Bye now. Mwah.